What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of an Italian Mafia Saga Book 1. You have successfully found Chapter 13. It was an alright night at work. It was busy. I had a good time. I love my team. I love all y'all. With nothing further, let's go. I appreciate the support, reading along. I hope you're enjoying this because I worked really hard on it, and I'm proud to share it with you. Let's do this. Chapter 13. Thursday, September 1st, 2022. Shiana Wong knew that Donovan had gone to New York City with the diamonds because inside the purple bag she had sewn a small purple pocket with a GPS tracker held inside it, and she followed Lovato straight to Manhattan. Shiana knew he was staying at the Equinox Hotel, and now she is here to get the diamonds. Shiana stepped off the elevator on the 26th floor and looked around the hall, then made her move toward a housekeeper's cart. The door to the hotel room was open, and she crept inside. The housekeeper was in the middle of vacuuming the bedroom. Shiana drew a 7-inch black SK5 Cold Steel Recon Tonto fixed blade knife and crept up behind the housekeeper, grabbed her in a lock, and slit her throat before she had a chance to breathe. The body went limp. Shiana put the body in the closet, took the clothes, then took the cart. There was a knock on Donovan's door. He heard it and yawned, stretched, and got up to answer the door. It's 8 a.m. according to his watch. He opened the door to find a Chinese housekeeper with the cart outside. He looked down both ways of the 26th floor hall, then looked back to the matter at hand. Housekeeping. Clean your room? The woman said. You woke me up. No thanks, Donovan replied, then closed the door in her face. That put Donovan on high alert. He knew there was something about that woman. He thought he had seen her somewhere before. He grabbed the purple bag, hid it between the mattresses, then went into the bathroom and turned on the shower. Shiana opened the door and came into the room. She looked around for Lovato as she came in, closing the door quietly behind her. She knew the diamonds were here somewhere. She could hear a shower running. Donovan was in the shower. Shiana crept toward the bathroom and went inside. The bathroom was filled with fog. The mirror was covered with fog. Shiana could barely see anything. She drew the knife and headed toward the glass-encased shower that was fogged beyond seeing through. A steel barrel pressed to the back of Shiana's head. She knew she could kill Donovan in 3 seconds. Drop the knife. Now. Donovan said, holding his dad's solid chrome Colt 45 to the back of this woman's head. Shiana spun around, putting Donovan's arm in a lock, and knocked the gun out of his hand, then swung the knife with a backward slash, slicing Donovan deeply across the right bicep, then positioned herself to fight. Donovan came at Shiana and she swung the knife, but her arm was grabbed in a lock. Then he turned and kicked her hard in the gut with a spinning back kick, knocking her against the marble countertop. Shiana dropped the knife and took a combo of 3 hard punches to the face. Donovan threw a 4th punch with a right fist, and Shiana blocked it. Grabbed both of Donovan's arms in a lock, jerked him forward, and head-butted him right in the bottom lip, busting it and knocking him backwards. Shiana came toward Donovan with the intent to kill. She blocked 2 punches and countered with 3 punches to his face, then spun and kicked Donovan in the chest with a fast left back kick, sending him through the glass door of the shower, smashing it to pieces. Shiana came for him, swiftly picking up a long shard of glass. She stabbed at Donovan as he jumped onto his feet, but he caught her right wrist, punched her dead smack in the mouth with a hard, fast right fist, grabbed her tightly around the waist, and speared her back first against the edge of the countertop. Shiana screamed in pain, and Donovan grabbed her arm in a lock, then held the left hand with the shard of glass by the wrist and pressed the glass against her neck. Who the fuck are you? Donovan asked, now recognizing her as the woman who was at the excess lounge with Ki Chung. I'm Kinsey Shawan, and I am here for the diamonds, Shiana said, then growled through clenched teeth as she tried to get free. I'm with the Long Zui triad, an infidel to the Duye triad, Shiana said, then Donovan let her go. How'd you find me? Donovan said, then picked up the Colt 45 off the floor and followed the woman out to the bedroom. It doesn't matter. I was sent to retrieve the diamonds. Do you have them? Shiana asked. Who sent you? Donovan said, suspicious. That's none of your concern. Do you have the diamonds? Shiana asked again, but in a more cold tone. Donovan pulled the bag from between the mattresses, but didn't show her the actual diamonds. Give them to me now, Shiana said. Come and get them. Or have you had enough? Donovan asked, taunting her. I could kill you and take them from you right now, but I won't. Shiana opened the door and left without a word. Donovan looked at the bathroom. Broken glass and blood everywhere. The mirror was destroyed. The glass shower door was smashed and there was glass shards all over the shower floor. That woman gave Donovan the business. She nearly beat his ass. Donovan didn't have time to clean up the glass in the shower. He put on his white Fila shower slides, took a good shower, stepping on the shards all over the floor, then turned the water to a cool temperature to cool off before he got out. By almost a quarter after 10, Donovan was dressed in a pair of South Pole script denim raw indigo jeans, a white tight tank top, a dark blue fitted V-neck tee that outlined his muscular form, and some fresh Reebok Pump Omni Zone 2 sneakers. He slipped on his solid 14 karat gold curb chain and 14 karat gold diamond Superman pendant. Checked, loaded, and tucked the Sig Sauer P365 in the waist of his pants on the left side. Donovan packed the kilo of cocaine in his blue Jansport backpack with the purple bag containing the diamonds and left the room. Mateo Corbenzo told Donovan to go deliver this kilo to a guy named Enrique Rojas in Harlem. He probably meant Spanish Harlem. Donovan hailed a cab and got in. Where to, kid? The female driver asked. Spanish Harlem, please, Donovan replied, and the driver took off. You know, Spanish Harlem covers about 19 blocks north from East 96th to 116th along the Harlem River, the woman said. No, ma'am, I didn't know that. This is my first time to New York, Donovan replied in a good mood tone. Wow, welcome to New York. So you on vacation or you got family here? The woman asked. No, I'm actually on work detail, Donovan said. What kind of work, if you don't mind me asking? It's kind of personal, Donovan replied. Okay, well, I'll tell you a little bit about me. I'm Sita, and I was born in Jakarta, India, but I moved here with my family about 15 years ago when I was 12, but I like it here in Manhattan, the woman explained. I live in Las Vegas, Donovan said, quickly checking his phone for a text from Heather. How old are you? Sita asked. 16, and my girlfriend lives with me. That's a good age to be out on your own. Gives teens a chance to experience responsibility on their way to adulthood, the woman said. Donovan looked out the windows at Manhattan as they headed north on Henry Hudson Parkway, 12th Street. There are so many buildings in Manhattan, it's a wonder anyone can see anything out a car window. But there were things to be seen. The cab turned left on 3rd Avenue from East 96th, and then it was a straight shot to East 116th Street. Stop at that 7-Eleven, Donovan said in a hurry. He paid the driver, got out, and headed to the 7-Eleven on 116th and 2nd. Donovan approached the 7-Eleven and posted up outside. He had a plan to find out where Enrique Rojas lives. There were a couple of New Yorkers posted up as if they were waiting on someone. One of the girls was looking at Donovan. Then she said something to her friend right next to her. He smirked. These girls took his bait. I closed my eyes and I saw you, and I thought you looked very nice, Donovan said in perfect Spanish, looking straight forward. If this bitch only knew. You speak very good English, or you speak very good Spanish, Whitey, the girl said, then stopped right in front of Donovan and looked him over. And then she figured it out. Listen, you son of a bitch. You have 10 seconds to get out of here before I tell everyone, the woman replied in Spanish. Donovan turned to look at this girl with a look that meant he really didn't give two fat shits. They both looked away towards a group of guys coming out of the 7-Eleven. Donovan walked toward the men. He knew they were coming for him. He decided to meet them halfway. I guess you thought we were here to see why the hell you're talking to my girl, white boy, the biggest one of the two Puerto Rican men said in Spanish, munching on a bag of flaming hot Cheetos and looking past at Donovan, then back down to his bag to take another handful, waiting for a reply. I'll tell you like I just told you. Your girl, Donovan replied in Spanish, then smoothly grabbed the man's bag of Cheetos from him as if they were A Spoon Coons since grade school, took a small handful out and kindly handed the bag back, seeing these men were staring at him with cold eyes and straight faces. I thought it was fucking fine. I hope you don't have a problem with that, Donovan replied in Spanish. Donovan glanced at the girl and her friend who had been silent the entire time, watching from her post. She didn't move. She watched the entire scene from start to finish. I'm not a fucking cop. Think again, Donovan said and headed for 2nd Avenue. East Harlem, Spanish Harlem, El Barrio, resides in Upper Manhattan, roughly encompassing the area north of the Upper East Side, bounded by 96th Street to the south, 5th Avenue to the west, and the East and Harlem River to the east and to the north. Donovan walked up on the property of Wagner House's condominiums complex, a 16-story building of shootings, murder, drugs, and all-out hood violence. A 7-minute walk from the 7-Eleven, not knowing anything about this place or where he is for that matter. But there was a mix of hard rap music playing from a bass booming ride somewhere, and a medium level of life that could be heard going on around him. Hey, white boy, somebody called and Donovan turned around. The same 4 Puerto Ricans from the 7-Eleven actually followed Donovan all the way here. Are you fucking serious right now? He dropped his head with a "is this shit for real?" laugh. I don't appreciate how you tried me back there, the biggest one said in Spanish. Does this look like a face that gives a fuck? Donovan said in English, then stepped to the man. You really don't want to do this, motherfucker. The big Puerto Rican pulled out a Glock 19, loaded it, and aimed it at Donovan as they all watched. Donovan pulled his nice Sig Sauer P-35 from the waist of his pants on the left side, loaded it, and aimed it at the thug. What you want to do, motherfucker? Donovan said, not fearing the man. I'm here to see Enrique Rojas, but I can do an extra job for free. Donovan raised his gun and openly fired 4 rounds in the air right there in the projects. The next one won't miss. What you want to do? Donovan asked with a cold stare. Donovan tucked his gun away, waved them off, and went on his way. Enrique's my brother, one of the girls said, and Donovan turned around. What are the chances? A full house always beats a flush. Is she for real? Donovan asked, stepping toward her. Yes, I'm his sister, Taliana. Come on, you're cool, the girl said, and the guy put his gun away. I'll see you guys later. Donovan and Taliana headed through the projects, went inside a building and an elevator took them to the 12th floor. There was Spanish rap music playing outside condo number 1206. Taliana opened the door and Donovan was hit in the face by weed smoke. The door closed. Taliana turned the music down about 4 notches as Donovan eyed 3 gorgeous Hispanic women sitting on a nice white velvet couch. This is definitely a drug dealer's man cave. Electronics, furniture. Try to picture a dope dealer's paradise in a dope-laden complex. A door swung open. Who the hell turned my music down? A heavy set Puerto Rican male said in Spanish, then stopped at the sight of this freshly dressed bald guy in his home. Who the fuck is this? He asked in Spanish. Taliana stepped to him and said something, then she backed away as he came forward. Do you have some kind of problem, man? The guy asked in Spanish, pulling out a chrome Smith & Wesson model 637-38 Special P revolver, then pulled back the hammer, aimed it at Donovan's face. Weapons, 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 Donovan said in Spanish, pulling out his weapon, then unloaded it and set it on the arm of the couch. Why must it always be about weapons? He continued in Spanish. Donovan unzipped his book bag and pulled out the kilo of cocaine and held it. A gift from Mr. Mateo Corbinzo, Donovan said in Spanish. Then the man lowered his gun and politely took the kilo. You speak English? The man replied in Spanish. Do I speak English? The man said, laughing as he made his way to a nice cranberry Haverty's recliner. My question's how the fuck do you know my little sister? I don't. She approached me at the 7-Eleven up the road and I asked her if she knew Enrique Rojas. I'd have asked everybody I saw if she said no. Guess I rolled sevens, Donovan replied, and the man laughed. That means you're from Vegas. Not to say that Corbinzo ain't got more hot spots to hide away in. This place ain't my only spot, the man said, then sat down. I've got to have room to breathe in this line of work, gringo. Have a seat, I believe you. Donovan looked at the gorgeous women briefly as he sat down next to Taliana and the other women. I'm Enrique Rojas. Nobody else I deal with knows Corbinzo. He grabbed the blunt off the nightstand and lit it. You're the last person I ever would have thought would know Corbinzo. I'm Donovan. So, Donovan, you live in Vegas? Enrique asked. I've got my own spot in Vegas, top floor of Allure Towers, Donovan said. How old are you? Enrique asked. 21. Why? Someone down with Corbinzo got to be a baller, too, Enrique replied. A little bit, Donovan said. Let me go get that money for you and you can be on your way, Enrique said, then got up and went down a hall. Donovan wasn't here for conversation. He was here to do business and get back to what he needed to do. Enrique returned with a plastic vacuum-sealed bag, clear, full of money, then handed it to Donovan. Tell Corbinzo I'm going to handle that, Enrique said, then Donovan got up to leave, not looking back. It was a quarter afternoon when Donovan returned to his hotel. There were police officers at a room all the way at the opposite end of the hall. Investigators. It was definitely a crime scene. Tonight, Donovan decided he would infiltrate the Mar terminals to find Louis Benito and find out what the hell's going on. His thoughts were interrupted by a thought about the bathroom. It's still a bloody mess, but right now he was too tired to care. A nice, good, hard sleep was just interrupted by a knocking on the door to his room. He wasn't happy at all. It's now 8:27 p.m. The knocking continued until the door finally opened. It was Danielle from last night. Oh, I'm so sorry, Donovan. I didn't mean to wake you up, Danielle said, standing there in some tight black yoga pants and a revealing 3-ribbon strapped sports bra with a white towel around her neck. I don't care right now. What's up? Donovan said, massaging his temples. Danielle was checking out his massive arms protruding from that tank top, connected to those chiseled shoulders. Thick traps. I really just wanted to see you again. Yoga class just ended and I wanted to see you. Is that okay? Come on in, Donovan replied. Danielle closed the door and then gradually went to the bathroom. When Donovan realized it was too late. What the hell happened in here? Danielle said, seeing all the broken glass and dried blood all over the floor. Danielle walked in the bathroom, stepping all over large and small shards and pieces of glass. The glass shower door had been smashed to pieces like there was a fight in here. A Chinese housekeeper snuck in. Danielle locked eyes with Donovan. My room with a knife, and we got into a fight in here. Oh my God. There was a body of a female housekeeper found in a room down the hall with her throat slit, Danielle said, realizing what's going on. That's what that was about down there? Donovan asked. She was identified and she was an employee here, but her uniform was missing, Danielle said. That woman said she was part of the Longswee triad, and she killed that housekeeper and took her clothes, Donovan said. Longsway triad? Danielle asked, and Donovan realized he said too much. Nothing. You weren't supposed to hear that. Look, I got things to do. Fine, I'm helping. Because I'm not leaving until you tell me what the fuck's going on, Danielle said. Donovan needed a ride. Danielle's presence is beneficial. He dressed in a black long sleeve Condor outdoor combat shirt, a pair of Ops Edition black V2 cargo pants, 8-inch Bellevue tactical boots, and two chrome Berettas holstered at his side. What the fuck? Who do you work for? Danielle asked, seeing Donovan walk by preparing to do a job. You're an assassin. Donovan took one last look around to make sure everything was put away, then put his guns into his backpack. Let's go, Donovan said. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you for everything. God bless. I'm out. Stay tuned for chapter 14.